Simran, first off, where are you?
I'm at home. I'm at Mumbai, India, and
Awesome.
just going through the lockdown.
Awesome. And so do you want to give a little intro before we hop into some questions?
Sure, sure. Hi everyone. I'm Simran Doshi, and I'm a content writer and copywriter based in Mumbai, India. And I help brands scale their brand presence and get them noticed through my words. And if you want crisp copy for your company, make sure you call me in or check out my website.
Awesome. Awesome. So, why did you get into freelancing?
Freelancing happened because I love freedom. I I just absolutely love to take my own decisions. Number one was that reason. Number two, I did intern at a company, and my schedule was has really raffled up all the work-life balance if there is to be one. So I started my day at 5:30 in the morning and came back home at 8:30 at night. So those were 15 hours right there gone away. And yeah, no time for family, no time for self. So just realized that no, I can't do this anymore, and researched about freelancing, read up, and yeah, realized that I could do that. And here I am.
That's incredible. So, what are some of the most impactful things that you've done for your personal brand?
So after getting introduced to freelancing, personal branding is something that I got introduced on the way. It was not that I started with it, but it was a process basically. So I just started creating content and posting it, and focused on three things. So yes, I post on LinkedIn under hashtag Simran Doshi. That's my personalized hashtag. I focused on three things. Number one was providing value. Number two was helping out people with what I knew best. That was copywriting and content writing, and giving out tips and hacks that they could use firsthand on their website or if they feel stuck somewhere. And third was giving, really focusing on interactions and consistency. So interactions mattered mainly because I was replying to every comment that I received, I was replying to every message that I received, and I was doing this every day. And you know what? I started in July 2019 with just 500 followers, and 9 months down the line, May 2020, I have over 28,000 followers now, just due to personal branding. So that is 5,000%, more than 5,000% growth in 9 months because I showed up every day. That is personal branding.
I think the coolest thing for me is it just sounds so organic, right? It sounds like you didn't
It
set out to
is.
say, hey, I'm going to have 28,000 followers in 6 months. It sounded like you were doing what you loved and you were just sharing what you loved. So I'd love to like bring us back to that moment when you kind of realized, oh, whoa, I'm doing personal branding. Like what was it like?
Like I said, it was a process, and I didn't realize that this was particularly personal branding. But I just focused on creating content. Number one, providing value and helping out. Helping out, giving to the community was the main point here. So I was not one focusing on no, I have to gain so many followers by the end of this month or by the end of this quarter. But I just kept going with the flow, and people really liked my content and they engaged. And still working. It's not like I have reached somewhere or what, but still working and still trying to provide the best of content that I can provide.
So kind of looking back, right? Looking at you a year ago at your except now, what are some of those things within your personal brand that you'd say, oh man, I should have focused on this, or like what were the serious needle movers of activities or things that you did for your personal brand?
Looking back at a year, if you ask me if I would like to change something or if I would have done anything better, I won't name any because I really enjoyed this process of posting every day, process of learning by what people commented, by observing what people really wanted, and then getting it all out on my posts, on my subsequent posts.
Gotcha. And do you notice any patterns? Like, for example, a new freelancer versus an expert freelancer, someone who's been in it 5+ years. Have you noticed any patterns between how they brand themselves, or do you think it's sort of a there's one strategy to follow.
There surely is. Like I mentioned in my previous answer, they are also focusing on providing value and something that helps the community. So, Matt, the thing is that people really want to know how to do something, or they are looking for a way out that someone should tell us how a certain thing is done, or if we are stuck somewhere. So they should know that okay, we can look back to this person. So that's the name you create for your brand, personal brand basically, so that people think of you like just in a click, okay, that Simran Doshi knows how to get clients or she knows how to write a website, something like that. So they should just correlate your name with that thing. So if that happens, then you can say that yes, you are on the right path on personal branding.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so one story I'll reiterate to the audience, and that I've told you briefly, but I think it's one of the coolest things ever, was the Google form when you had
Yeah.
around 300 engagements. Yeah, let's just hear your account of it, because I can tell people all day about it. I think it's the coolest thing ever. But yeah, I think the audience would love to hear about that.
That happened. So freelancing, I love freedom, and just thought that yes, I can form a business from this. Freelancing first thing is already a business, so you cannot just say freelancing as a freelancer, but you are basically running a business, so yeah, why not incorporate one? So yeah, thought to form a company, and for a company we need a team, and came out with a form. And like you had also read it, it had 25 questions. Like I literally had to message everyone that thank you for your response and thank you for filling the longest form ever. But you won't believe the response that I get. Those people gave me. It was everyone. I had just left space in the end of the form, asking them that if they would like to tell me something. But and they all that this was the best form that we had filled, because it did not ask. I did not ask for their resume. I did not ask for what graduation they had did, or what their educational qualifications was. I asked them their favorite movie. I asked them what they like to do when they are not writing. So those were some of the questions, and people really opened up. So one thing I discovered in that form was if you ask the right questions, people really open up and they would like to talk. Introverts or extroverts, everyone likes to talk and tell about themselves.
Do you have any quick one-liners for the audience? Mine is, what's your favorite animal? But do you have a question that you recommend for the audience?
Oh no, no quick one-liners. Just I was asking about the books, the movies, places they like to visit, things like that, and I got really good movie recommendations after that.
What is your favorite movie?
I love animated movies, and I can watch Kung Fu Panda any number of times.
That's awesome. That's incredible. So kicking it into, we went way too fun at first, so we're gonna get a little bit dry. Uh,
Hmm.
who hires freelancers?
Everyone. Freelancers can work at their own pace for anyone. So by that extension, any company in any domain can hire a freelancer if they have a requirement. So if you're a freelance writer and they need your writing services, they can contact you. If you are a website designer, you are up for services, they can contact you. So anyone basically
Gotcha.
can hire freelancers.
And in your personal business, have you noticed a correlation where you serve mostly large businesses, small businesses, maybe a specific industry? What about in your business?
I haven't niched down myself, or I haven't focused down myself to a particular industry, and that has really helped me because I have kept open myself open to exploring as many industries, and that's my LinkedIn headline too: creating awesome content across niche. But yes, that is my way of doing things. People have focused on one industry like healthcare or just finance or just tech, and they are doing good too. But I would advise people to first what explore everything and then find what works for you and then niche down yourself. That's one thing. And my target audience, all businesses. I am open for working for all businesses. Currently, I'm working for SMEs, but I also have two clients who are big companies in India.
That's awesome. So Why? So we talked about who, right, can be kind of
Mm-hmm,
everyone,
mm-hmm.
but why do companies hire freelancers?
That is a big question. Why? Why do they hire freelancers? I would like to tweak it a little bit. Why should they hire freelancers? So, okay, five reasons. Number one is variety of choice and global pool of talent to choose from. So you can be sitting in Singapore and you can be hiring a freelancer in India, or you can be sitting somewhere in the United States and be hiring someone who lives in Germany for now. That is one, and you can explore so much with freelancers, and you don't need them to stay in your city or come to office every day. That's one huge plus. You can communicate over them on the emails. Like, this is a digital world, so we have our laptops, mobiles, always 24/7 access. So that's one big plus. Why do they hire freelancers? Because they want them to uh, work according to their requirements and should be available. And it also works when you are in different time zones. So if you need work done, so for example, you reside in USA and you need work to be done when you are sleeping, hire a freelancer from India, and your work is going on, and you would when you wake up, you would already get the work done. That's number one. Number two is quality check can be carried out really easily because you are using this digital medium, so you can scan their websites, you can scan their social media profiles, can have a look at their portfolio, the clients they have worked with, the testimonials, everything adds up to the credibility. So you'd know before working that if the freelancer is credible enough and if they can deliver the quality that they have promised. That's number one. Talking of quality, number three, they don't need to stay fixed with one freelancer if they don't like the quality. So many times, companies sign contracts with full-time workers that they have to complete a certain number of months, after which they can like leave the job, or the company can fire them if they are not delivering. That's not the case with freelancers. You can check their quality assurance in one what in just one sample or profile, any work that you give them, and you are good to go. And can be a short term association, can be a long term association. And that also okay, fourth point, final point is companies don't need to hire them permanently, and they can work on a contract basis. That also saves them office space. So so they can be operating from like small office space and still be having a team of 50 people who are all freelancers. So that is why companies hire freelancers and also should hire freelancers.
Gotcha.
More so in today's time, because half of the world is in lockdown due to these crazy times, and still the work is going on because people are working and connecting online.
Yeah, I love the buzzwords, right? The corporate buzzwords is better, faster, cheaper. And so if you're in a boardroom and they say why freelancer, oh, it's better, faster, cheaper. But it's incredible hearing like
No, no, no,
the reason
no,
why.
no. Actually, freelancing isn't cheap. They are equally or sometimes more qualified and experienced than what normal people work or normal full-time employees work. Because a freelancer can be writing in, say, tech domain. They are also writing in finance domain. So if you want a merger of these two, or they're really updated with what's happening according to their clients, because of their clients as well also. So you have a plethora of knowledge and variety when you are choosing freelancers, and for that you can obviously have a look at their portfolio and see how much they have worked with and for whom they work with. So if one company can trust a freelancer, so can you, because yeah, that's the credibility that you build.
Yep, absolutely. So what's it look like when you get hired? And I'd love to see the full cycle of, is there a LinkedIn message that comes your way saying I'm interested? Is there an email through a referral? What does it normally look like for you to get hired?
Um, okay, I am building my personal brand on LinkedIn. So yes, due to the power of personal branding, I have got many leads through LinkedIn. So yes, I do get a message right on LinkedIn that, hey Simran, we have a requirement for content writer, or we need someone to do the website for us. Are you available? So I said, sure, let's talk about the project and all the details. I asked for the details first. Who are the target audience? What's the work involved? And then if everything works out, we we move ahead with the project. That's one thing. The other thing is referrals. I have got a couple of clients through referrals from my personal network that I have built on LinkedIn, and also from the network, my personal network, that is from school buddies or college buddies. That was one thing, and also one or two from my previous clients. Referrals work if you provide quality. And third is I did try, but that is not like the ideal case scenario. That is cold pitching. People might have read about it. So the clients don't come to you. You go to the client, and then sell them your services. And if they have any requirements, then they will surely contact you. But the downside on this is that you don't know the company really needs a writer at this moment, or if they have the budget to spend on a writer now. But when you are getting the leads themselves, when the clients are coming to you, then you sure know that yes, they require a writer, and then it's up to you how you tackle them and how you get the work started. So this magic happens through personal branding. That's the secret.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So one more question, actually two more questions, but the
Oh.
last of the last. What
Mhm.
are some hacks that you have related to either hiring, the project itself, personal branding? What would you say are your top hacks you'd like to give out the secrets to the audience?
Secrets about hiring or secrets about personal branding?
Anything in your freelance journey in terms of what are those real needle movers of hacks that you've come across that you haven't seen in an article or something like that, but that really, really helps you?
I share them every day on LinkedIn. People, whoever is watching this interview, please go to my LinkedIn page, check out hashtag Simran Doshi. One hack I always tell people is ask questions. Ask, so you should receive, or you would receive the answers, whether it's a yes or a no. Ask. Please don't be hesitant in asking any questions to your clients, to your other freelancers, if you need to know something, or if you need someone to mentor you or guide you through your journey of freelancing. Ask questions, as many as you can. And you would never come across as someone who doesn't know or someone who's foolish, because yeah, we all have heard that quote that the one who asks questions remains foolish for 5 minutes. One who doesn't ask the question remains a fool for the rest of his life. So please ask questions.
I love it. Okay, so last question. What would you tell someone who's new to freelancing? And the context behind this is we're sitting here, we've been in quarantine both for about 2 months, and the next year, there's going to be a lot of job loss. There's going to be a lot of people that didn't expect to be freelancers, but that's where the situation is. And so, what would you tell someone who is new to this space?
Create as much content as you can. Just put yourself out there, publish like crazy. So be it publishing, making your own blog, making your website, or writing on Medium, writing on Instagram, writing on Facebook, LinkedIn. There's so many options now, and you can, the best part is that you can try it out, because most so many people are sitting at home and they would be reading, checking their feed and reading your posts. So put out content. And the best part about this is it would also act as the sample pieces that clients would ask you. So whatever you write, the written word stays forever. So whatever you write is staying, is is up for the client to watch that what is the quality of your work. And don't be afraid to show how much you have improved. So just make a timeline of this was my last post. I actually did a post. I started blogging in 2008. So it has been like 12 years now. And 2008 or 2010, 10 years. Yeah. So I made a post and just put a snippet of it that, hey, I just stumbled across this post. And I was not afraid, because I can see my journey of 10 years, how much I have advanced, or how much I've learned basically over these 10 years. And the difference, people can see the difference. Just don't be afraid to show them.
I love it. That was awesome. Simran, thank you so much. I can't wait to have everyone just soak up all the knowledge you just told us. So thank you.
Amazing, amazing to talk to you as well, Matt. And thank you for having me.
Of course.
And